Today, I'm going to talk about an important case that shows how the application of Republic Act 4200, the anti-wiretapping law, interacts with our rights of freedom of speech and press. This case is between Francisco Chavez and the government, represented by Secretary Raul Gonzalez and the National Telecommunication Commission. First question is, what is the case all about? This case centers around a legal challenge made by Francisco Chavez against Secretary Raul Gonzalez and the NTC. The issue began when a wiretap recording allegedly involving President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo and a COMELEC official was shared publicly. Secretary Gonzalez warned that anyone possessing or broadcasting this recording could face legal consequences under RA 4200. The anti-wiretapping law. Chavez filed a petition claiming that these warnings and actions were unconstitutional and violated the public's right to free speech and freedom of the press. This case is a significant example of how laws aimed at protecting privacy can sometimes clash with constitutional rights. Second question is, what are the facts of the case? The case started in June 2005, shortly after the 2004 elections. Press Secretary Ignacio Brunier revealed to reporters that there was an audio tape allegedly showing a conversation between President Arroyo and a COMELEC official discussing election results. This recording was allegedly obtained through legal wiretapping. Secretary Gonzalez, as head of Department of Justice publicly warned media outlets and individuals that possessing or broadcasting the recording would be a violation of RA 4200. He also instructed that the NTC to caution radio and TV station against airing the tape, suggesting that doing so could lead to legal actions, including the cancellation of their broadcasting licenses. This led to concerns about journalists and the public about the potential suppression of their right to share information. Third question is, what are the issues on the case? The main issue is, this case was whether the warnings and action taken by Secretary Gonzalez and the NTC were a form of prior restraint on free speech and press freedom, which are protected by Philippine Constitution. Another important issue was whether the government's response was justified under RA 4200, or if it went too far in limiting the public's right to access information. The case questioned if preventing the sharing of the tape was necessary to uphold the law or if it unjustly restricted fundamental rights. Fourth question is, what is the ruling of the Supreme Court? The Supreme Court ruled in favor of Francisco Chavez. It held that the warning issued by Secretary Gonzalez and the NTC were unconstitutional because they acted as prior restraint on the freedom of speech or of the press. The court emphasized that prior restraint is presumed invalid unless the government can approve a clear and present danger that justifies such an action. In this case, the government did not meet this standard. The court found that the warnings to media outlets were excessive and created a chilling effect, discouraging the press from fulfilling their role in informing the public. As a result, the Supreme Court nullified the warnings and declared them a violation of constitutional rights. For the last question is, what are your takeaways or learning for this case? This case highlights the importance of balancing the enforcement of laws like RA 4200 with the need to protect constitutional rights such as freedom of speech and the press. One of the takeaways for me is that while privacy laws are necessary to prevent illegal activities like wiretapping, they should not be used as tools to silence the media or restrict the public discourse. This case also taught me that in democratic society, the press has a crucial role in keeping the government accountable and ensuring transparency. Upholding freedom of expression allows people to be informed and participate in public debates without fear or censorship or punishment. In conclusion, this case serves as a reminder that protecting freedom of speech and press is essential for democracy. It shows that even when the government enforces laws for valid reasons, those laws must be applied in a way that does not infringe on constitutional rights. The ruling and reinforcement the idea that the press should be free to report on matters of public concerns, as this is key to a well-informed and engaged society.